IPVanish promises unlimited device connections, low prices, and most importantly, a reliable connection. But is it actually good or just clever marketing? Let's find out in this IPVanish review as we break down all the pros and cons. So, let's start with the privacy and security side of things. Is IPVanish trustworthy? This VPN uses modern encryption to scramble all the data that passes through its servers. The only potential downside is that IPVanish is based in the United States, which is part of the Five Eyes Intelligence Sharing Alliance. In simple terms, that means the government has the authority to request user data and share it with other countries when needed. To counter that, IPVanish has a strict no logs policy that's been verified through independent audits, proving it has zero data to hand over. They're also rolling out RAM-based servers, which can't store any data by design. On top of that, the app includes strong privacy protections like DNS leak protection and a kill switch to prevent IP address leaks. That way, even if your VPN connection drops, all your data stays safe and secure. So yeah, IPVanish security is pretty airtight. And on top of all this good news, I've got a special deal for you. To get IPVanish at the lowest possible price, just scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description. Let's keep going with this IPVanish review. The next big question for me was whether IPVanish can deliver a reliable connection. It offers a solid number of servers spread across nearly 150 locations. I picked 3 of them and ran an IPVanish speed test. It actually did really well, so those promises of fast connection speeds aren't just talk. IPVanish performed great with only minimal speed reduction. That said, when compared to the top VPN providers out there, IPVanish is a bit slower on paper, but honestly, you won't notice a difference when browsing or streaming. I also tested IPVanish for streaming, and I've got no complaints there. It even includes a feature called VPN Shortcut, which you can set up on Fire Stick or Android TV. With it, you can instantly connect to a specific server and open your streaming app in one step. Torrenting worked well too, since it's allowed on all servers. Just keep in mind you won't find any specialized torrenting features here. By now, you've probably noticed from this IPVanish VPN review that the app is really easy to use, and it is, not just on Windows either. IPVanish has apps for all major operating systems, plus smart TVs and browser extensions. I also really like how consistent the experience is across all platforms. My only complaint is that the Linux version doesn't support WireGuard, which means slower speeds compared to other platforms. If we take a closer look at one of the apps, the Windows version, for example, you'll find a clean interactive map and an easy to navigate server list. There's also a handy filter that sorts servers by proximity and latency. And if you ever get stuck, there are plenty of guides available on the IPVanish website, plus 24/7 live chat support. There are also some really useful features built into the app. For example, split tunneling lets you route only specific apps through the VPN connection. I use it to keep Shopify outside the VPN since it doesn't really need protection. For privacy-conscious users, there's Double Hop VPN, which routes your connection through 2 servers instead of 1, making it much harder to trace. It's not something you'll use every day, but if you're an activist or journalist, it's a great tool to have. My personal favorite, though, is threat protection. It blocks ads, online trackers, and malicious websites, giving you a cleaner and safer browsing experience. However, overall, IPVanish doesn't offer as many features as some of its competitors. That said, it makes up for it with excellent pricing and support for unlimited devices. You can choose from several plan lengths, but the 2-year option gives you the lowest monthly rate, especially when you use the discount code in the description. There are 2 subscription tiers to choose from. The Essential plan covers everything inside the app, while the Advanced plan adds extra features outside the VPN itself, including a secure browser with built-in VPN protection, 1 terabyte of secure cloud backup, secure file sharing, and phone support during business hours. And even with all that, this plan remains one of the most affordable options in the VPN market. So if you're looking for the best cheap VPN, IPVanish is definitely a worthy contender. The only real complaint I've seen from users is that the price goes up after the discounted period ends, but honestly, that's the case with almost every provider out there. If you want to save money, the easiest way is to grab the IPVanish discount from the link below. And if you're not a fan of renewal prices, you can always grab the deal again once your initial subscription runs out. You can always find VPN deals online, and I keep track of those too, along with reviews of VPNs that we at Cybernews have thoroughly tested and approved. But if you're still wondering, is IPVanish good? Yes, it is. While it does have a few minor downsides, overall, it's a reliable, fast, and private VPN packed with tools that make your online life easier and safer. And on top of that, it's one of the most affordable VPN options out there, making its value really hard to beat. But what do you think about IPVanish? Have you tried it before? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. If you don't forget to subscribe, which you totally should. Bye.